oh, who's fair and sings the song? Do-da, do-da, the one who's always annoying. Yeah. The first attempt with the song was way better because it was rhyming and stuff. Wait, let me just do it again. Ha ha ha. Hello and welcome to my cast. I'm the one who's gonna brag. He's so good. No, I had a good version because I freaked out a little bit with the technical stuff. The first attempt was blasted into nothingness. And now I failed you. Well, anyway, we are not about to hear me sing, about hear me talk. We are here about to see two teams play against each other. Two new teams who seemingly already started. They did not inform me about that. That is against the rule. That's illegal. Wait, we have to go right into the gameplay as we are ready.
Okay, man, let's go, boys. Max,
to start out. Switch in is the first game on Suburbia Gamefist versus the Newbies. Already a little bit of free fire coming in, although orthodox because mostly hitting the sandbags comes from XCCs. Free fire. He should aim a bit higher, my friend. This does not look correct to me. So let's. I'm a bit off guard everything here, and we're gonna get our way into the game as Gamefist have downed their own teammates. Two, as I can see, a Torminator and Sagmis with a grenade downed themselves. Gamefist now Anybot taking down XCCs on the playground. Stagman, Torminator down. Stivac and Lane 1 with his colleague Pulse Chaos. They are at the moment 2.5 people on the Gamefist team versus the Newbies. Gamefist got formed while playing. Oh, this was a close one. He sadly hit the well, but still take him down with a trade on Pulse Fire Chaos. Stibiat Kurva. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. This wasn't sorry. I mean, sorry. Stiviat is the only one alive. Gamefist, little side note, got formed, it seemed, or at least played the first time that I saw them in the Belgium Championship. I think they got a little taste in the game and they were like, oh, we gonna make a team, and I freaking love that. The Newbies, a team, played twice already against Big Red 1 and VRML, lost, unfortunately, both plays. Against Big Red 1, 11-6 as far as I can remember, and 13-3 against VRML. So far, they did had to get some punches, but that is how it rolls when you enlist in the VRML League. We are a hard people with hard plays. Mr. Buddy is confirming kills, taking them home to daddy. No revive for anybody. Wake is at the staircase. Justice Destroyer is downstairs on the right hand side in the spawn house. Using a lot of shortcuts, I know, sorry. Anybot is roaming around. Stiviat getting fired on by Destroyer. Wake taking him down. Jesse was about to push alone into the house, and this commences the first game from Gamefist versus Newbie match 1, round 1. And with that, our intro just got blasted out of the way. I just realized that, yeah, okay, I gotta fix something real quick, I guess. Yeah, and this is our first round, and you have seen both teams pretty much beginners. Haha, just a little wordplay there. And we're gonna switch into the scoreboard, giving the Newbies the first point. I do apologize for the Gamefist not having their logo. It is some technical stuff. I'm not sure why it's not working. I tried a bit around, but it did nothing. So our technical lead was like, whatever. It's going on. It's good. Whatever. And you can already see we have Suburbia Tanker Cargo in there. That is not a mistake. That is not me forgetting to change the names of the setting up a new, you know, setting up the maps for the new team, but let me just make sure. New teams, they actually hit me up. That's what I love about the new teams. They're so eager to be eager. They're so eager, and therefore they hit me up early on, like I talking 1 hour and 12 minutes earlier, with everything laid out. Their maps, their ban when they open the lobby, with the password, with nice bold letters, a little layout, and I freaking love it. And now what I also love is a new game commencing as we turn into Gamefist at defense in round 2 versus match 1. Yeah, I'm very sorry, people. We started a little bit later, and therefore you are just... A lot of people are writing me when we're going live, and we are already live. Chill the macaroni, please. Destroyer now on the left side pushing. Andy Butt 18 on the push. An equal push, 2 sides, 2 left, 3 left, 3 right, 2 playgrounds, 3 kinda on the lane 1. Sagme is already fine on lane 1, having his back to the... Oh, already taken out Mr. Buddy. Nice rotation there. He took a kill and now changing position in order not to be predictable. That is a very nice movement right there. We have to make sure, we have to remember that these teams, they are new, literally new teams, new players especially, and I just love it. I just love it. New teams in the EU, fresh win, and for a change, Big Red 1 has a win. Yeah, a little bit of self-bashing here. And he sees moving, but sadly does miss a bit. Getting fired and gets in cover. It's a 1-on-1, but Destroyer has destroying aim. As he takes down Sagme, C4 is blown, but no one is in range. Ow, I hit my head. Adjacent is behind the house. He's alone. That is something they have to, that every team has to work on to get very good at, and that is moving in at the same time. Exorcist could take him down. He's not careful, but it's Torvinator taking down Jason. Destroyer firing pre-fire at the spawn house. Very good idea. And sometimes people who peek a little bit too obvious and are not prepared for any fire get taken down pretty quickly. Torvinator is directly at the uplink. They have a very tight ring at the uplink. Stivyat and Torvinator both covering upstairs. Then we have our XSCs out to the Wakes taking down Pulse Chaos. Nicely done. So far this is a 3 against 3. Both teams are taking ground and giving ground.
One upstairs, one forward, one down upstairs.
Callouts are made. We now have a little change of Destroyer taking out Torvinator from behind the spawn house. That's a very good position. Not often seen. There's a very good cover. So it made seem that the newbies actually found their way behind the spawn house. Now the biggest, and I think that Wake is mistaking anybody who now I got kind of mixed up. Wake is confusing Destroyer with his teammate as he threw a grenade, which was not very successful, and is still firing in that corner. I think he needs to look at this tablet. Now newbies are 2 against 2.5. Torvinator is downstairs at the porch. Wake getting fired at by XSCs. Stivyat reviving Torvinator as Wake takes him down. Nicely done. A little bit chaotic. That is something normal. start playing. You're not that used to having all people move in a sort of same chemistry. Therefore, some people are faster, some people are slower, and the front line is mixing up. Especially as the newbies decided to go for a sort of secure spawn house, which is a great idea. Now Wake seems to have not a very an idea that his colleague has already taken the middle at the spawn house here. Going for the attack. This could end up bad if that gets a team kill. Wake running around. Going back, I suppose. Definitely trying to get in the middle house, but I think he mistook the whole layout of the house. This is gonna end badly. Oh no, wait. He just saw that it was his teammate. Calmed down, and now he has a new aim. The middle house. 1 minute is commencing. Destroy attack now. Exercise. I always pronounce his name French. I don't know why. It's not even correct pronounced in French. I mean, it would be if it was exercise belt. Anyway, wait. Stiff yard. Stiff. But dub. Stiff dot. Meltdown. Meltdown. Wake is now at the push up. Stiff. Stitch. Stitch, stiff dub, DVD, dabby dub. Nice smoke. Although, in the middle, Stiff is peeking as Destroyer takes him down, securing the newbies their second round on the attack. And this is the second round going down. So we see. I'm indeed very scarred. No, the bands. Actually, yes, I completely forgot about the band. Let me just switch you right over to the scoreboard while we do the bands and the scores at the same time. The new is getting their awesome little, you know, point. Where am I? What I'm doing? Here I am. That is a very odd. Okay, that's interesting. Let me just do something. What I was to say, yeah, I did talk about how they hit me up very early on and how I love that because they're so eager and they already said thank you for casting out. Like, thank you. And no, I thank you for casting on a Tuesday. I love that. They are playing on a Tuesday. That is awesome. I love that. That is just awesome. Because now that enables me as someone who has now a very changing schedule, and I'm the only U-caster so far who's active to actually cast these games. So I thank the teams for participating and playing in the league so I can get to cast something. So we turning in for the third round while I talk about the band finally. Gameplay is commencing. And we are here. And we are steer. Wheels. Run free. The bands, as I wanted to say for the 25th time now, goes as follows. Indeed, cargo was banned. I made a mistake. Very good. Nicely seen by our friend, the other bird, the snowbird. The band's going down by, I don't know which team banned which. They didn't say that. They only said which was banned. Subway and cargo. Plane are we gonna Suburbia, first map, which we are seeing currently. Tanker and Bazaar. These are the maps we're gonna go down. Very close quarters maps, as you might have guessed. And still, Bazaar and Tanker structural a little bit complex. And therefore, they may be small, but not the easiest map to play. Definitely not. Especially as cargo is out, which one of the easiest played. It's the easiest map to play. It's small and structural, not that difficult, so. Interestingly, taken out by the map. Jason is on the push, it seems. He wants to take an early peek. Zagmas is by the middle house. We see this time movement, they're leaving up sort of this little area lane 1, which could prove fatal, as Jason could take it, yeah, use it, to actually Zagmas taking out Andy Bud. Nicely done. Could actually use it. Oh, Jason giving himself away by taking down Stiff. As Zagmas taking down Jason. Stidge. I'm gonna call him Stidge. Now this makes a 4 against 3.5. Double tap by Suckmass. As Mr. Buddy takes down Pulse Scale. At the same time, Exorcist takes down Mr. Buddy. Grizzlies. Only 2 people on the defending side to actually commence defending. We have one in the spawn house, Destroyer upstairs, and one is Antibot directly at the car. But they're doing a fatal mistake. Esley's lying down. They have an open objective. One is in the middle house. No one is at the objective, although Torvanator in the middle house, in the spawn house here, Destroyer I mean, has quite good view on the uplink, but also can cover only 1/4. Exorcist taking on Destroyer, giving him opportunity and many blessings from his teammates to take the cap if Exorcist is so fast in thinking. The only one alive is Wake at the middle house. They are unsure. They're going for kills as they are probably not that sure how to handle the situation. Exorcist is very careful not to damage anything. Wake is in the middle house trying to see the uplink, but he won't do that. He won't be able to. Exorcist is capping at the moment. That means that could be 2 points for Gamefist and evening out the odds. Now everything is fine, but Gamefist, Xs3 takes his time, but he takes the cap, giving Newbies 2 points. Nicely done. Wake did sadly fail to defend the uplink. And this is the first cap, ladies and gentlemen, by these this team match. And so far, it seems that Gamefist and Newbies both share the same skill level, same experience level. Although I like the placement by Newbies with the smoke, by Gamefist with smoke, very nicely done. And yeah, it's general very difficult to talk about these teams because we have I don't have very much experience with this team. All very new. Gamefist first game. We don't have any percentages, and therefore I'm lacking the ability to speak properly about these teams, how they probably deserve it, and therefore I'm just gonna go with what I know, and I know the teams are new, so I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I'm not expecting much. That is not an affront to anybody, at least it's not meant as one, but it's simple my expectation. But these expectations can be crushed, and I hope so. Seeing more caps, I hope. And we're turning into the next round. Gamefist versus the Newbies. Sorry, I am a little bit distracted by doing so much at the same time. I should probably narrow it down to just being me all the time, all the time. And Gamefist is now at the defense. Newbies on the attack. Xs throwing the C4. Torvanator. Spawn house. Suckmass at the spawn house at the bricks, I guess. So we see this time a sort of approach split, not evening on all lanes. Oh, the C4 didn't take down anybody. The smoke is commencing. They're going for the cap here. Anybody is very clever. He threw the smoke, but still Xs sees him as the smoke is not directly covering his body. Now Wake has the opportunity to use that and take down XSCs, but at the same time, he's getting aimed at a little bit pre-fire by Pulse Chaos. Wake is returning, turning back. Mr. Buddy throwing, but still covered by the smoke. X's taking down Wake. So far, this man is the one bloody killing machine. Jason going for the middle approach. Mr. Buddy is going for the attack, but X is taking him down as Pulse Chaos kind of repays his teammate for, you know, doing his job. He's now under fire. Jason is getting shot at by it sees 3 people. He shots at one and one is shooting back from the other position. I hear a grenade. Jason does too, so he runs away to make room for any movement, and he takes down his teammates. What is up with the team kills? Jason now alone against 4 people. This is gonna be a hard, tricky part. Hard, tricky part. A very tricky part. How I'm supposed to cap on 4? Very tricky part. I'm alone against 4 darts. They gonna kill me if I'm not careful. Yeah, you see me singing every time. That is my 30% shenanigans. And 70% professionalism. The newbies are there with 3 minutes 40 seconds. And I have to itch myself. Jason is alone. He tries to rotate, get another angle, which is kind of key. But the problem is Torvenator, just as he aimed at him, he moves up and Jason practically returns to his position. Torvenator trying to get a grip on Jason here. A little bit of random fire, a little bit of Jeezy meezy, let me squeezy, a little bit of this and that. He's definitely trying to get a one in the spawn house, but never assume you're the only. There's only one enemy alive. Always assume we are all alive. 5 people at the same time. Jason is still there. He still has 2 minutes 30 seconds left. He doesn't need to rush it, but he's probably in an adrenaline. That's the word. How to pronounce 101? Adrenaline rush. So maybe he doesn't have patience simply. He needs to find a way. He's under pressure. How's gonna solve it? He's looking at the map. Maybe he made sure to know the code, but I don't think he made a code. Everybody's scanning for him. But he's a sneaky, sneaky snake. Jason 530. That man is a new champion. Jason now at the fire porch. Zagmaze is looking in the other direction while he gets shot at by Chaos Pulse, I believe. Pulse Chaos. He missed him. Pulse Chaos missed him narrowly. Shooting. Pulse Chaos is aiming in that direction. Oh, that could be fatal. That could be fatal. Jason and Pulse Chaos. Now Zagmaze could no way as Jason is running up as Zagmaze takes him down, giving Gamefist the 3rd round against the newbies. What a round. What a round. Nicely done by all participants. You're all getting no trophy because we don't give out participant trophies. Only the winner gets a trophy. Only the winner can smack talk. As we turn into scoreboard. Woo! And the newbies, the Gamefist take down 1 point, and despite having a bad omen that the picture, that the team logo is not showing up, it seems they are here to stay. And we're gonna see hopefully some action, squaggity squaction. That is actually exactly what I meant to say. Damn, but here the chat is firing. We may have not as many viewers as we have average when it comes to league plays, despite because being then mostly on weekends, at least in Europe, and having more of the Nova team, more known teams in them. Still, we have some people who are cheering, and I hope you're cheering hard and loud as we are here to support our new people. And I'm not gonna lie, I am not an impartial man. I will take sides, and I don't know which one to take. We played against Newbies twice, one scrim, despite having them 3 different people. We played against them a normal game. And we played against, no, we went twice. And we played, didn't play against Gamefist, but I did cast them during the Belgium League, so I have no particular reason to favor one of them. So I am in the end impartial. Not by choice, though. I find my favorite team. Maybe for listening to that chant. Okay, Fist does spell. They speak Dutch. I don't understand Dutch. Okay, I favor newbies because I can understand them. Let's see. So, this time we have a very difficult objective to take, as this objective normally has the advantage for the defenders that everybody on the defending side can take positions where they have look and eyes on the uplink. So, to actually take down one side is often not enough. So, you have to take down everybody, or almost everybody, to cap, with a lot of smoke. So we're gonna see how Gamefist managed that. And yeah, let's turn into our Gamefist. Do a little bit of show here. Dominator is first, directly opposite to the uplink. This is gonna be a pre-aimed up position. Especially Mr. Buddy having a sort of trip mine there. So, you know, I mean that if somebody stumbles into this mess of a defense, they gonna get taken down by our Mr. Buddy here. The opposite of nobody is Mr. Buddy, and Mr. Buddy has, you know, somebody, Buddy has bullets. Nobody does not. So, Mr. Buddy, bigger, Mr. Nobody. Now I have an earworm again from Achy Breaky Heart. Great. Sarkmaze is under fire. A lot of fires goes out. He's still covered partially by smoke, so hard to see and hard to aim at. The speed by both teams is rather slow. Crossing by Axis is commencing. The man with the gun. Jason taking on Pulse Chaos. Who just got out of smoke. Rest in peace, my man. Dominator taking on Stidge. Oh, man. Sorry, Stidge. Poor man, poor man. Gamefist cutting themselves an arm off in order to make it more fair. Dominator is still at this position. A very, very patient man. We're gonna see if he's able... Oh, Destroyer comes around the side, taking down Torvinator. No, Destroyer, I mean. No, wait, was it Torvinator, Destroyer? Don't know. Sarkmaze in excess, he's free. Oh, Jason takes him down with a sniping shot to the head. Nicely done. X is free. Now he gotta prove what he's worth. No time to spare. No coin to toss. And no luck to spend. As he is the only one alive against 5 people. He's slim. 2 minutes 20 seconds is the rest that he has to spend on. So better don't spend it all on one thing. Don't spend it all on your special favorite XXX stuff. So spend it some on skill, I guess. Ooh, Exorcist getting shot at. Jason is proving to be the most dangerous person so far. I've taken out 3 people, but is unsure that as Destroyer comes from behind, taking on Exorcies and giving Newbies the 3 against 3. Wow, this is getting more and more close with the time. I do not decide what music is playing, as we have strict regulations to that. You know, we have to be, this is a decision. If you want to have different music or some special music, you actually have to put that up with Darken Man, I guess, or Buxton, maybe Nightfly, you know, the high tier people. They have to decide anything that is changed on the card. I do nothing, I do everything. That's the magic. And we turn into the scoreboard. And we're giving the Newbies their well-deserved point. Although on an attack position, that is actually very difficult to take. Ooh, King Mods just rooting for everybody. Love that. You're an all-loving people, you know what? What I also love is some good smack talk. So you come over here, somebody, and just tell, I don't know, the Newbies that they're gonna get smacked. But I guess no one did yet deserve to smack talk. You at least have to have 3 wins into 1 season. No, I guess a ratio would be better. Let's say a ratio of at least 50% win rate gives you the allowance to smack talk only about people that are below you. These are the rules about smack talk. Of course I love Gamefist. If I win, I love them. If I lose, well, they have to spend some money on my love then. I am buyable, people. I cost money. I am very expensive. Let's take a look at the Newbies communication as we turn into the game. Round 6 and the deciding round for the first match. And damn, this is close. Both teams have their stuff going on. I cannot really say what both teams have really strongly. I don't see them playing that often yet. So it's really hard to say if we have special talents in these teams. But this takes time. Talent is not something that we rely on here. We rely on experience. We have thought most oldest teams generally are the higher tier. Such as Boss Fight, for example. Oh! Axis taking down Andy as Destroyer takes down Axis. What a trade. What a lovely little trade. I love that. That trade was very lovely. People, was that a lovely trade? Hit me up. It is a lovely trade. Now giving Destroyer a pretty good angle to attack, although Stitch is still on the right side next to... Sorry, it's a yawn. I'm a tired man all the time. Pulse Chaos on the right side. We have one on Torch in the middle and one on the far left side. Oh, Pulse Chaos taking on Destroyer, giving them 3/4. Jason now in the middle. Sagnes is his next opponent. Against Wake and Mr. Body on the left side still. Keep it rooting, boys. We want to see who's winning. You know what? I'm just gonna say Gamefist is my new favorite team from now on. And I hope they win. It's not to say that I don't like the Newbies. I just need someone to root so I can get a mood, man. I need something to root for. I cannot root for both teams. That is some participation trophy stuff. Terminator shooting at Mr. Buddy, taking him down. Excellent shot. Just excellent. Nicely done. Always watch out for the space between the underside of the car and the floor, I can kind of get. Sagma is throwing a grenade that could be a fatal one, but Wake is too far away. The idea itself is brilliant. Brilliant, Jason. Sagmas. Sagmas. Wake is pushing in now exactly where Wake is pushing at. Winter is drawing the attention of Wake on itself. Now we see someone moving back, rotating. Interesting. It seemed that Jason is a little rotating back. Not quite sure why. Now he's rotating forth. Darkman is still aiming in that direction. Ah, he sees him and takes him down. Gamefist. So far are the promising winners of the first round. But Jason is not yet off the table. You still gotta eat the peas, and damn, I tell you, these peas, they fire. Jason is moving now, rotating, finding an angle is the key here. A little bit of luck also, because you have to make sure the enemy is not looking in the direction as soon as you burst the bubble of wind for these Gamefists. Jason is rotating left, picking up his speed. Dominator. Jason. Dominator is peeking and hitting Jason behind the fence, taking him down, securing Gamefist. The first round. Well done, Gamefist. And now we're turning into the second round, which I already got told should be... Yes, my brain, sorry. Sometimes I just stick to some chat messages and read them. Next map is Tanker. So structural-wise, it's a bit more complicated than Cargo, having 2 layers. But on the other side, it's still pretty straightforward. You don't have too much room to get lost in. Although the tunnels beneath, they are something special. So, I'm in the wrong. I'm the wrong. Indeed, I am. Look at scoreboard giving Gamefist their first win. They are starting out against their predecessor here as Team Newbies. Already have some experience, at least 2 games in the league. Gamefist have played the Nationals, and therefore I believe they have played in an arcade a while. Maybe they're even playing an arcade now. Another team that I know plays an arcade is Team Spectrum. So it seems that some people do it, and therefore here we go. Give me that. So the first map was Tanker. Here we go. Tanker is on. So, some teams shall play on the arcade, and I wholeheartedly welcome everybody who wants to join. You know, sometimes I sound like, yeah, I want every team to play. You know why I want every team to play? Because every team needs to be beat. Everyone needs to have their cheek burned, baby. I am a very, very competitive player, and I want to see very competitive plays. But also, I want to see progression and learning. We're all here to learn something. But we're also here to lose. You lose, baby. And sometimes you win. Sometimes you just have fun and enjoy yourself in scrims. But also you sometimes bleed and you have to fight frustration because you're losing. You're a loser. So we all have their facets in mind. And we're all ready to have just a bit of fun. And lose. As the Newbies turn into their first attack round on Tanker versus Gamefist. The Newbies did take some points on Tanker, 6 points, I do believe. Although I don't know the total. Let's see what they're up to. Match 2, round 1. So the Newbies played Tanker twice against a bigger one, us, and we have. I do believe we even lost that against the Newbies because, yeah, it was the third map, and you all know the curse of the third map. You play the third map, and if you have won the first 2 matches, you are losing. And the trade by Terminator and Mr. Buddy go out. goes out. And Sagmes taking out Jason. It's already starting on early. Andy is downstairs. Wake is pushing up. Destroyer coming up, taking down Stitch.
One down.
Stitch step. Andy Bud coming up. Enemy right in front of it. Now it's a 3-on-3. And Wake takes down X's. And Andy Bud takes down Drunking. Sagmes takes down Wake. But still, the uplink is open now. It's ready to be capped. Sagmes has to rotate in. It's a very, very crowded uplink. We have to get him pretty close to see if someone is capping. I could cap from that container there. I could cap behind the... I forgot. Forklift. All that. Destroyer having taken the long route, taken out XCs, as far as I know, I remember at least, comes around a little late. Now, Destroyer and Antibot have to make sure that they are arriving at the same time. Communication is key. You don't need to know everything what comes to communication on front and start on round. Sometimes, if you think you're safe, you could just say, hey, listen up, when I'm at the uplink, or you just talk about kills first, like, how many confirmed kills do we have? I don't know, 3 maybe? Okay, let's expect 2. And when you go like, what I would do in that situation, communicate with Destroyer, how far are you away? And then try maybe even get a smoke underneath the uplink. Due to the 2-layered layout of the map, you could actually put a smoke underneath, hold it up and cover the whole uplink while his teammate trying to move in from the other side. Which is a risky move because your teammate is still alone and you have to hold up a smoke. But it is an idea. You could even just lay it down on the floor upside, like having the smoke on laying on its belly, not on its belly but on its back, so it's smoking upwards. And therefore you can cover it, come from the 2 sides, but this isn't necessary. All that stable barbell tactical stuff by me is necessary as Andy Bud takes down the last of the Gamefist, gaining their first round. That was nicely done. Well done by both teams. But as I said, the newbies win. Yeah, my dream is it next to become a very successful successful game developer is to become Mortal Kombat synchro. One day I learned to name things correctly, but that it's not the day. Today is not the day. It's not the day. Yeah, one time I'm gonna voice the dude from Mortal Kombat. That's what I want to say. I don't know why my brain is so slow. It is almost 10 p.m., but still, some energy should be left. I believe. Don't know. Maybe I just have to drink more. People, stay hydrated. That is odd. Anyway, stay hydrated, people. It's important. Where are my water bottles? Where are my water bottles? And the next round commences as the newbies get their first point. Hold the wrong button. And still they are not out of the league. A little bit of friendly shenanigans. Oh, they want to do a round reset, but you just can, you know, kill yourself with the give up button. That is the round reset by the newbies.
anyone, you guaranteed they're going to be left-sided. They
Okay, communication is out just as I heard that Drunkings is swapped with Pulse Chaos, the other way around. So we have a little change in the Gamefist roster matchup. It is a doable strategy. New people in the game, in the round, that give you a little bit more energy maybe, and just sweeten up the game. Now, Drunkins is arming a grenade. A lot of pre-fire is going out. Zagmes is downstairs. Coming up on the uplink here. Oh, gets taken out by Mr. Buddy. Information is out. Now they're premature, not premature. Their pre-attack, I'd say, from Gamefist is taken out. XSC's coming up on Destroyer, coming up on them, and he takes down Destroyer. Now XSC's is running below Andy. He can hear that. The walls are not very thick. Not as thick as my booty juicy. He's going around for the long approach. Dominator taking on Jason. Jason is not yet done for. He still can communicate. Mr. Buddy is going for the revive. And so comes Drunkings around the corner, takes down Mr. Buddy, and confirms the kill on Jason. Now this looks like a round for Gamefist, as the newbies are actually going in. No, they're not. I just wanted to say that something sounds cool. Okay, that was an accident discharge. Oh, XSC's taking out Andy-Bud, coming from behind. Now newbies are alone on the uplink. On the other hand, Wake again doing the same as Tyke, having not the full view on the uplink. This could be fatal. Smoke in, and he's already under pressure to move. Gamefist is in the opportunity to cap. Drunkins in the mid, colleagues on the side, one behind X's. Wake is scanning, is waiting, opportunity to get something. X sees, is seeing him, taking him down, giving Gamefist the first round. People, we are here on small maps, but yet this is going to be long games because these teams, so close on close, we are not sure who's going to win. This is going to be a long game, my people. So, lay back, enjoy yourself, get something to drink, and please bring me something to eat. I'm hungry. So, Gamefist getting that point. Well deserved, I'd say. I mean, every win is deserved. is commencing, and I hope both teams have stellar energy, and you do have too. I am turning in my hyper mode because I am here to win. My impression of the games. So, you're gonna see newbies. This time the uplink is upstairs still. A very strongly approached top attack, it seems. Sarkmas is operating kind of forward. Newbie X, no. Nobody, nicht Newbie. Buddy is not. Oh, Mr. Buddy and Sarkmas trading. Nice reaction by Jason, trying to confirm the kill, although already killed, but that is a very good action. Wake is pushing. Anybody take down Drunkens. Grenade is flying. Take down Stitch. Nice grenade. Wake. Destroyer. We're gonna turn into him, it seems. Give me Destroyer. He's making sure he's not missing anything. Anybody also on the push. Very careful playstyle. Making sure no corners missed. Confirm with the knife. And the grenade is looted. A flashbang. A little bit too far off. It's a flashbang, not a frag. That would have flashed anyone behind the spawning crater, but no one else. Oh, Wake taking on Terminator, giving Gamefist the last kill, although Jason was capping. The newbies win by second point on the third round. Nicely done. So this time we saw a little bit of a split approach. We always try to split things. That's what I like. I try to split up a bit. It works on Tanker pretty well, I'd say. But on Suburbia, as far as I could tell, they still have these like kind of groups of 2 and 3. A lot of beginner teams, inexperienced teams, tend to have this little like herding behavior, like a herd from or flock, whatever, from animals, where you keep rotting them together. And this is something that is working mostly in a limited way, because technically these teams, if they move together, they do not cover their backs or their sides. They still watch, everybody watches straight forward. So if you come to flank them, you mostly have around 2 to 3 kills, depending on where you push up, if you can push up. So this herding behavior, this herd behavior is not very effective, in my opinion. Normally, teams go into that way that they split, but not that far split, so they can still cover each other across lanes. And they still can use the information if their teammate goes down, where is the enemy, can I take him down to, etc, etc. That is something that mostly the teams in the higher leagues do. So, second point for Gamefist as we commend the next round. Let's watch our newbies in the defense, and maybe this time we see again a Gamefist point. It's a very, very tight game here, ladies and gentlemen. That was seen here. Andy Butt with his colleague. They are pushing, at least one is pushing, and he's remaining. Let's see if we have XSCs going down too. Drunkens with him. Sarkmas on the upstairs, and Jason taking on Stitch upstairs. Jason is looking for his target. Sarkmas could it be? But just as Jason wanted to peek, he's returning, and Sarkmas doesn't get a kill. Sad. Sad Sarkmas. No. Sad Sarkmas. Jason is moving up to the target, to the uplink. I always kind of mix up target and uplink. As Destroyer takes down Drunkens. He comes from behind. As Anybot takes down Jason. A team kill. And Wake takes down... I forgot who took it down. Exercise takes down Destroyer. They do switch up there. They do have a trade. That's what I want to say. It only leaves one person on the attack. It seems at this point is going to Newbies. Is Gamefist losing their endurance? Are they losing their power? Could it be that this is the Newbies' way to triumph? We're gonna see. Still, our last man, Torvanator, is on the attack. He's sneaking up downstairs. It's a good way. Let's see how he would come around. Pushing up, and then Andy would be his first opponent. Taking him down quickly would be the best thing to do, but I think Andy will probably take him down because the person in the defense mostly is the one winning. I see a question raising up here by Pulse Chaos. That's a very interesting question, maybe for some Newbies. Is map 3 being played even when Gamefist wins Tanker? Yes. First, it's a game always played 3 games. Best out of 3 for the win. And then there is still the score issue. The better you score and the more MMR points you can secure as Torvanator takes down Anybot. I guess this timing was just impeccable. And what he's doing, he's rotating back. So he's not getting caught off guard by Mr. Buddy here. That is a very wise choice by Torvanator. Trying to get from another angle to be surprising. That is very good. It's a Shadow Ninja tactic. Looting his body, but missing the smoke. Yeah, he did it again. The smoke's still standing, buddy, but it's okay. Torvanator is pushing on. He has 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. Mr. Buddy is rotating a bit around. The Newbies have the luxury of having multiple people. And they do not have it anymore. As Torvanator takes down Mr. Buddy. This could be the return of Gamefist. Again, Torvanator goes for the rotation back. It seems that he's using his time wisely. Having a lot of time left gives him a great opportunity to actually take down these people. He's doing what everybody in this situation needs to do. Take a pick, run away. If you can. Of course, in this map, it's easier than, let's say, on Suburbia, where you have a lot of open space and people can cover each other. Here, if you have a narrow position, often no teammate can cover you without being directly near you. Torvanator is now coming from the same angle he did before. He's recharging his mag. Thinking about that is a good idea. Now he's coming up. He's going from the other side, not going directly for the uplink. But he has only 50 seconds left. Torvanator is now in overview mode. 36 seconds. Wake is moving around a bit. His mistakes would be deferred if he did it again. But now Wake, he sees Wake, takes him down, giving Gamefist the apparently first one. Apparently, no. The first allegedly round for the Newbies to Gamefist, securing a 2-on-2. And if we take a look at the kills here, very evenly spread again. Apart from Stitch, my favorite Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, 626. I miss you. It's pretty evenly spread. Apart from Stitch, everybody has a kill at least. Mostly have 2 to 4 kills. That is a very, very good stat right there. And we are turning to the scoreboard to spread those booty butter points for our friends, the newbies. Didn't wait. Wait a minute. The score's correct, but I thought... No, the newbies have taken down the round. Whatever. So, I hope you enjoyed the cast so far, and I hope that I will see you too on another cast. So if you're interested in this whole shenanigan and maybe seeing cast who is not as, you know, me as me, then you might want to see Nightfire, Sleepy, Trip, and all the other good casters. And even we have new cast of Sandria? I think Sandria. TFH and all the good people. Then you have to switch in on via Master League 1. We are here on Onward Master League 2, on Onward Master League 1, and we also have the new season in the Final Assault, and hopefully in the future Contractors plus Pavlov are coming additionally to that. So let's switch into our game. We're still commencing 2-on-2 Gamefist versus Newbies on this beautiful round 5.
Because Jason's not here. No, you can't. I can't give up.
Oh, round reset is gonna get triggered. I guess we have to with a little bit of laugh that's coming in there. Turn to the scoreboard while we wait as the rounds gets restarted again. If you want to participate in the league, then feel free as our Nightbot. Just post the VRMasterLeague.com and join the VRML join the VRML HQ. Also, Discord is alive for the VRML, and also an Onward Discord if you like to participate in a little bit of shenanigans in the game itself. Tight, and not just in a sort of narrow room, tight community, but also very tight as very sick, brah. But now the round is commencing. I have to stop talking. Damn on me. Again, round 5. A little bit of coughing, sneezing. Everybody's
Right,
breathing a
check
bit.
the tablets where we are, so you know who's down.
By the way, if you didn't know, I got 23 this day. Totally forgot to mention. I had happy birthday for me, I guess. Now, Terminator are going downstairs. So far, most people seem to go upstairs. The defense certainly got a little bit more aggressive over the few games we have here. Well, what I'm talking about is that actually the uplink is downstairs. Is why most defense is upstairs. Andy, Bud, and Sagmes are now against each other. Oh! Anybot is trying to take him down, but all these Anybot got shot by Sagmes shot Anybot a bit. I saw a little bit of blood. Drunken's taking on Destroyer. Fire is going out. Anybot and Sagmes still chasing their kills. They still both peek the same window twice as Anybot takes down Sagmes and confirms the kill, giving Gamefist a little bit of disadvantage. Still, their teammate is down. Drunkens confirmed Mr. Buddy wants to revive Destroyer, but Drunkens takes him down eventually. Now Mr. Buddy's still there, but he's rotating back. Better watch out. That team kill was almost... I could feel it. I could feel it. Definitely. That was commencing. It seems that still the newbies are not nowhere near the target. Just walking around a bit in the back there, but still the target, the objective, up downstairs there. Mr. Buddy and Wake still both on the approach from behind. Sometimes I have the feeling of splitting up into... Indeed, that is prächtig. Not prachtig. Prächtig. With an A. Drunken's taking out Andy Butt. Mr. Buddy taking out Stitch. Oh, Torvanator taking out Mr. Buddy. Wake is now in the same moment. As two only are alive. Jason coming up opposite side as Exorcist takes him down. Jason is now alone against the rest of the world. The Stitch is down. Drunkins and XCs on the same entrance. That grenade was a little bit botched, but the idea itself was good. Also, cooking helps. So pre-arming your grenade in order to shorten the detonation time helps a lot. Jason now alone against Exorcist and Drunkins. Drunkins peeking early, but it's a trade, and Gamefist wins the fifth round versus the newbies. So we see no major change from a part. 2 more kills, it seems, from Exis. Stitch is still without a kill, poor man. And we are turning back to the scoring board. And our Gamefists are taking 1 point with themselves. So far, they are a force to be reckoned with. And I do believe, at least, next week, maybe, or after the week after that, I definitely want to see Gamefist versus Big Red 1. So, hopefully this is going down too. Definitely want to see what they got. It's a long game, ladies and gentlemen, so pack your socks, get your hydration, and prepare your throats. Because we're about to lick some game. What I also like licking is our sponsors. Our sponsors. Grammar must be. We are Cover, providing you with the best, easiest, and healthiest way to switch up your nasty old sweaty covers with new leather or soft-coated covers. Also t-shirts in the shop, so head on over to VR Cover and get yourself a new shirt or cover. And also, if you want to aim like the pro, if you want to aim like me, of course, then you get yourself a gun stock over at VR ProTube, where they provide you with awesome carbon fiber gun stocks with the ProTube, what is called, bipod, and all that stuff that you want to have. One sling, all that good stuff. So head on over and make sure to leave a nice comment telling me how nice I look
Right,
today.
remember guys, it's only a game.
Gameplay is commencing in the 6th round. Wait, yeah, 6th round. So, this time uplink still downstairs. We're gonna see how the defense are now splitting up. We have the tight defense. One is left, one is right. And I have to make sure that I switch over to the
What is that?
Sarkmas with the shield. Interestingly, it's a very good idea to put the shield on the test in this map, as it has a very dark corner. You also use it's very dark, and you're also using night vision anytime, so you can use the shield to kind of get the, yeah, you can use night vision and then see the laser sight very good, very well. Darkness is pushing up the right. The defender retreated a bit. Head signs are going out by Sagmes. A little bit of Dutch communication, I guess. Probably talking about waffles or something. Grenade is changed. Oh, a grenade waffles, maybe. Nice grenade. Very nicely thrown. Still, I suggest cooking. Destroyer taking on Torvenator. The defense upstairs is holding. How's the offense holding upstairs? How many people are upstairs? No one. Except for XCs. XCs and someone else. Still, we're gonna go downstairs where the uplink is. Sagmas now pushing up. You shoot at the shield. C4 is blown. I do believe Sagmas is not kinda used to using a shield here. But Drunken's taking on Mr. Buddy. Him taking the damage is fairly enough. Communication and the grenade. 2 grenades actually coming out. It's a flashbang. They're doing a major mistake trying to shake the shield one-on-one. Let them come in so 2 sides can fire at the shield at the same time. And Drunkens takes down Jason. So far this combination is going very well. Oh, Drunkens and Anibal taking each other out. Now Axis is still upstairs. Destroyer and Wake are still on the rise. Stitch is coming behind. Sagmes at the uplink. The grenade is flying. Wake takes down Sagmes. No one is taken down by that grenade. Stitch is still behind here. We are waiting. Xyz took his way downtown and comes around to the right. No Xyz and Stitch. While Destroyer comes from behind. Xyz takes down Wake. Now the uplink is open. Stitch and Xyz take their time. It could be that Destroyer takes down actually Stitch now. And it is that way. Xyz and Stitch. Xyz and Destroyer against each other. But Xyz sees Destroyer first. Giving Gamefist the 4th round at the 2nd map. And therefore the win in this game. Congratulations, we are still here for the MMR. So, stay tuned for the sweet and last round, which will commence on the map, which I have to look up again. It's gonna be Bazaar. And we turn into the scoreboard. Giving Gamefist their 4th point. So far, we are on 8 versus 5. It's not that spread, actually. So we have wins 2-sided on Gamefist side. Still, the points itself are not very spread.
Это рунner который за нас, дикий матч. Ja, echt goed gedaan.
And we're turning into the next round. Round 1. Map 3, which is now about the MMR. But still, in my experience, if you win the first 2 rounds, there is a chance that you'll lose the third. It sounds ridiculous, but trust me on this one, there is the curse. Maybe Gamefist are so happy not to have, you know, not be hit by it. Also, teams who lost the first 2 tend to either have to face an enemy who is now a little bit exhausted from the first round, a little bit more relaxed because he won already. Jason takes down XCs. Holds Chaos and Drunken still looking for that pickup. That was a nice position by Jason. Holes. That smoke was far off. Jason's still operating on that little position he has, trying to pick up anyone who's still trying to come strong into his game. And Drunkens takes down Jason. Kill confirmed. That's why you don't peek the same window twice. And what do I see here? A little butterfly lost his way on the way to the lost away way. That's exactly what I mean. Destroyer is now coming from behind. The front line is pretty evenly split. We have 2 on the west way, 2 on Bazaar. Destroyer and Anibert takes down Sarkmest on the west. In the wild, wild west. Living in the wild, wild west. Grenade front. Nice idea, yet too far from me. From me? From Andy. I'm changing into Andy. Andy, but in the corner still. We still have on the potential Humvee OBJ, we still have our Destroyer who comes around and could take down the west approach. If you take a look at Destroyer here. Or at the inside. Did you already see that? You never saw that, I bet. Look at that. Beautiful. What I meant actually... Where am I? Here we go. So, next thing is gonna happen is courtyard. Drunkens comes around the north side to the courtyard and enters. Very soft, I hope. She's a lady. Now his approach is not covered by anybody so far. So if he makes his way... Destroyer taking on Torvanator. How I suspected in the end. No, wait. Where took him down? Where did he take down? This was not the one that I suspected taking down the north. Someone rotated back. Did he? Yes. Destroyer is in the far back, still alone. Drunkens come around, but Mr. Buddy takes him to the Angel for grave as Pulse Chaos revenges him. For Angel of the Vent. That was some good stuff. Destroyer is searching for his next target. He comes behind his colleague, but they're waving at each other. The enemy is in the middle. Pulse Chaos firing, but still, Torvanator is still alive, but not done for. But it's probably not gonna be big help. As Pulse Ready fires at him. They both exchange a lot of bully. Andy-Butts and Destroyer both getting very, very aggressive. Grenade is out. And he takes down Pulse Chaos as Destroyer. Anybot confirming kill on Torvanator and moving away. Now Pulse Chaos has the idea that Anybot is still there, but Anybot comes around the other side thinking that his enemies... Oh, the trade! The Newbies win the first round on Bazaar with a trade. So we take a look at the kills so far. Pulse Chaos and Andybud both share 3 kills. So they are the leading people in their team at the moment. 0 kills, Axis, Zagmes, Torvanator, Destroyer, Wake. Although I have to say Destroyer would have cut kills if Torvanator wouldn't have... No, what is Andy, I think. Confirmed the kills. No. It was... Pulse Chaos? Eh. Anyway, he would have had to kill if he wouldn't get KS'd. Onward is setting in. And the first point giving to our friends from Newbies. It seems really that they have... Both teams have major experience, it seems, for beginner team. So, Gamefist, due to their connections, I do believe, to Legil too, because he did organize a little bit with Makel, I forgot the name, in the Belgium league. They organized a little local tournament there, over there in Belgium, and they camped in that tournament, so I believe they have some connections to some of the players already in the league. As Legil is player in boss fight, they maybe had some experience prior to the league itself. And then we have, of course, the Newbies who trained in with other league players already that I know, who organized a little bit of outside training before entering the league. And therefore both teams are not completely new to the whole shenanigans. Oh no, I mixed up that transition. That was a little bit freaked out. Second round, third map. This time, we're gonna take a look how the defense actually setting itself up. We have one, again, pushy in the courtyard. 2 people going west side to the wild west. 3 people actually take the far east route. Maybe trying to get in on the north side here. That's a very interesting tactic. And here we are. Zagmes having sort of a passive flanking route. But anyone who's who's taking the route over to from the main road objective Humvee to the objective here in the east market. West market, my bad. Street is covered by Zagmes. So far, they have to make the timing right. Oh, he missed narrowly, giving away his position, but also the knowledge that the enemy know that they are. Repositioning himself, very nicely done. They do definitely have some tweaks, which no beginner would use. This re-rotating is something that definitely no pure beginner would do. Destroyer attacking an XSC's and XSC's destroyer. Although Axis, not XSC's, he's not French. Mon Dieu. Axis free, still alive. Gamefist having now 1 man up on the enemy, although rather half. Zagmes still sitting there. The approach on the bazaar takes a long toll. They take their time. They have to make way because 2 of their teammates already caught some fire, and we have someone who is coming from the west. Jason sneaking now up to Zagmes' position. Make sure he sees something, maybe taking somebody else. But no, so far he doesn't see many. Yeah, I'm a rapping parrot, sure. Some fire is done by Andy, it seems. The courtyard crew just caught up. My rapping is extraordinaire. Everybody knows the extraordinaire bad. Dominator taking on Mr. Buddy. Oh, and Andy Buttery doing the favor. Jason taking on Sakmes finally. Oh, blind fire as Drunkens takes down Jason. Now it's 2.5 on 2. I can beatbox if you want to. Oh. Drunkens in the position, waiting on the enemy vision. Then he's taken out quickly with the magazine in the hippie. And there comes the fire. Drunken straight with Andy by it. He's still not done for. Wrong button. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna find the wrong one, right one. Pulse Chaos with an excellent weapon choice, I must admit. With the 4x scope and the SKS. On Bazaar is I mean, he has a special taste, apparently. He's again 1-on-1. Mano a mano. Now let's look what route our Wake has to take. Wake so far, in comparison to Pulse Chaos, both people, Wake has 0 kills compared to 3 kills Pulse Chaos. So I dare to believe that his skill is a little bit different. Although Pulse Chaos has a very interesting weapon choice, could be less, you know. Whoa, he missed them narrowly. Wake, keep your weapon up if you're moving that slowly. Gamefist winning the second round versus the Newbies. A hint I can give every body who's not doesn't stutter. If you're moving slowly, keep your weapon up. That's the only drawback that your weapon up has, that you are slower. And if you're slower anyway, you can just keep your weapon up to be faster at drawing. Because you don't need to draw your weapon literally. You just have to keep it up, aim with it everywhere you go. And if you want to speed it up, just take it down. Otherwise, have it up. It doesn't make sense if you have your weapon down if you're moving slowly. That doesn't make sense. And thank you, Level, for happy birthday. Thank you. Just imagine if 15 people would say happy birthday. Go on. Let me clap in my hand as we give another standing ovation for the point. Innovation that was one too much. I can't rap. I can't rap. I want to say rap. I can't even speak. I was supposed to rap. Anyway. So we saw something going down with the attack. 2 going west side. Way earlier than their colleagues who pushed over Bazaar and then got over to the courtyard. So they had a pretty, you know, different, when it comes to timing, a very different approach to attack. In best case scenario, you have an equally strong and at the same time coordinated attack. So the enemy doesn't have the possibility to focus on both teams. So they have to split their vision and their focus on one side, and that could take them down. That's the kind of a key ingredient here. So we're gonna see how the attack is actually going down. Round 3. A little bit of fun, although I don't speak Dutch. They could say very bad words, and I'm like, okay, cool. The attack, this time 2 and 3. It's always 2 and 3. Although I see a 2-1-2. Nice, we're getting somewhere. 2 on the west approach, 2 on the east approach. 1 is coming from the defenders to the attack. Destroyer seems the more... That's the wrong. Grabbing his grenade instead of his weapon. Can happen. I kind of have to differentiate where I take a Destroyer to the west approach or not. Here we go. Oh, press the wrong button. Oh, tired. Here we go. Now, Sarkmas is with his colleague on the west approach. Very close to the uplink. A Destroyer is on the right side, Main Street. And now we're gonna see if they manage to actually make a coordinated attack. But they're very far away from each other. It's gonna be 2 against 3 so far. Even 4 if you look at the position from the enemy. So that's gonna be difficult, I believe. And Jason takes down Tornator from upstairs, just as I said. Very slow pace, general. Both teams taking their time. Darkmare looking downwards, but his enemies directly to the right of it. Oh, they saw each other, but made both of you hit miss. Hit and miss, bros. Darkmare now is alone. 1-on-1. What I do see is some the communication is not that frequent as I believe most teams have a Destroyer firing but not winning. He's still alone, operating deep into enemy territory. And still, the enemy on the east side, they take their time. Sarkmas alone, Axis is taking on Destroyer. Sarkmas is alone in the enemy contact there. And where's the rest of his team? They have to move up quickly. Darkness. Above him is the enemy. Jason looking up. Andy and Jason, both prime targets on Sarkmas. And Andy takes down Sarkmas as he was distracted by Jason. Drunkens and his colleagues still on the east approach, while their other people, can't remember all the names. Happy birthday, me. I do believe it's Exorcist. No, it's actually the other one. Pulse Chaos and Axis, not Exorcist, not Exorcist numero 2. Mon Dieu. I'm getting flashbacks to French class. Holds Chaos again with the sniper. I have a teammate too who just likes to walk around with the 8x, 4x scope on close matches. Suburbia with the freaking 8x scope, and I'm like, what the frick, man? Play something you can actually use. But then again, he has sometimes major sniper skills. What can I say? Now the east approach just transformed to a south approach. Drunkens. They are both on the approach. They both have a pretty good doorway as Axis takes down Jason. Axis! My god, come clear with yourself, Parrot. You're not French, and you won't ever be. Mon Dieu, je veux. Drunkens confirm the kill on Jason. Now he is in the uplink. It is time for a cap. Ow! I hit my head, and Mr. Buddy team killing his colleague. Cap. You cannot cap from there. Where? There. I wanna see a cap. You dropped your smoke. Yeah. Come on, you're close to the uplink. I wanna see something. You're so close. Oh, Drunken's taking a wake. Now Mr. Buddy is in the position to defend. He has to do it. But the uplink is covered by the smoke. Now both are on the uplink. Mr. Buddy taking out Axis. And now Pulse taking out Mr. Buddy, giving the fourth round to Gamefist. Nicely done. So, if we look at his skills, Pulse Chaos, despite his weapon choice, is leading with Drunkings and Andy Butt in the kill charge. And may I have to rethink my position about long range on close range maps? I don't know. Maybe he's just very good with weapons in general and just likes a little bit of challenge because he's so good. Could be. That's all for all I know. He could be the best marksman that I ever lived. But what I do know is the score, which now changed 2 for Gamefist. I itch myself. I had the worst night yesterday. Oh, stupid mosquitoes on my ear all the time. I couldn't sleep. Anyway, Gamefist versus Newbies, 2-1 so far. That means that even though Gamefist have won the first 2 rounds, they could win the last one. Again, a very happy reminder that you have to hydrate yourself. Sponsored by nobody else but tap water. Pure water, but cheaper and almost already clean. And we are turning in. This time attacked by the Newbies. Let's see if they have again this 2/3 movement. Fourth round.
There's a blue room now.
Gamefist in the defense. Let's take a look at their movement. Okay. West side is a bit open. No one is taking the south. We have 2 men attacking. And 1 is already on the east. Someone already crossed. Insane speeds are taken up. A little bit of experimental plays I see. I like that. I like that very much. Now the crossing by the 2 who were a little bit behind on the east could be fatal. Depending on if Axis hits his target. Or if they both move at the same time. Or only one and the other one is far enough behind to realize that it's not safe to cross. And Axis taking him down. Jason firing blindly at upstairs because he doesn't see Axis. Wow, that fire is very random. Grenade! Oh, it's a flashbang! Returned with a frag! Axis moving up, using the flashbang, but not getting a kill. Jason is returning, trying to take a grenade, but is taken down as Drunkins takes down Zagmes. That team kill is a little bit unnecessary. Although, what team kill is ever necessary? Oh well, me killing my teammate because he's not properly pronouncing a German word. That is not allowed. Axis reviving Zagmes. Now we have a south approach. Oh, Destroyer taking on Zagmes. By the way, I'm pronouncing it the right way. That way, Zagmes, not Zagmes. Because AE is an old form of writing the so-called Umlaute in the Nordic language. So A, Ö, Ü are Umlaute, not vocals, and therefore... And it's the old way to write them in German. That's why I'm pronouncing them. Because it was still in my time before they changed it up to new signs and new letters. Just a little bit of side note. How I pronounce it. So I will... And many of the Nordic language still have this form of writing. The Umlaute. So I keep it that way. In case someone is, I don't know, Dutch. Finland. Belgium. And all that stuff. Enough, back to the game. Destroyer and his colleague are on a push in the west way. West route is their route. Taking it to the tunnel town. Oh, Mr. Buddy taking on Axis. Became from behind. Now it's a free and free. Pulse Chaos again. Time scope. Narrowly missing the enemy here. Andy, but he's now on a sneaky mission to be very sneaky in order to sneak himself up to the sneaking point. Ooh. Destroyer take down Torvenator. Andy, but 18 is at the uplink. Whispering, by the way, into the radio is the useless thing you can do because the ground noise from that stupid radio is so loud. If you're not screaming into it, no one can hear you. Of course, screaming is not necessary, but speaking very loud and clear is kind of necessary to be very understandable on that radio. Because I don't understand, as we can be a highly equipped, highly trained special force group, Mr. Buddy taking on Drunkens. Force. Pulse radio takes Nanny Bud. No, it's a one-on-one. Highly trained force, but yet not can afford a radio that costs more than 20 euros. In total. Not just one radio. 20 euros in total. Because that is some China stuff. That's basically every rant ever that I have about this game is the stupid radio. Just making me so angry. If you're seeing this, person in charge of developing... If you're seeing this, Dante, you better make sure that the ground noise is lowered significantly. I don't want to sound like I'm talking over the phone of my grandma or something. Anyway, Mr. Buddy is now at the main street, rotating back and forth. He's at the ice truck, trying to go in here in this little L-shaped room. Pulse Chaos is directly in his side, but they're firing at each other. And Pulse Chaos takes on Mr. Buddy down, giving Gamefist the third round. And maybe, possibly, even next round and the game. As Gamefist take their fourth round. Oh, country road, take me home to Gamefist, where I belong. West Gamefist. Against the newbies. The skills looks nice. Pulse Chaos having 7 with his stupid scope. You're not changing my mind. You can be as good as you want with that stupid scope. It's still a bad decision to play it. I still telling you not to use a 4x scope on Bazaar. At least not if you're trying to... I mean, you can take it if you want to peek down the speed. Sure, that is enough range, but you're fighting courtyard, west courtyard, something close quarters. Man, don't do this to me. Anyway, nicely done by the team so far, and we're gonna see if Gamefist takes home. That would be a score of 12-6, which is pretty neat. And we are turning in. Next game, next round, next game. Come around, and you see more action. Gameplay is commencing. Let's hype up for the last round of this game, possibly. I'm a little bit fast there, sorry, but go game, please. Go for it, people. Show me what you got. Uplink East Courtyard. No, East Market. I always went from that stupid courtyard. We approach this time. 3 north. Oh no, 1 north, 2 courtyard, and 2 east. Courtyard? Interestingly. Defense, pretty standard. We have 3 people in the main buildings. A little bit much, if you ask me. 1 in the blue room and 1 into the east side. East, I have no word for it, actually, no name. See how they managed to take that. Axis on the rise. The Gamefists are about to crush or get crushed. The first enemy, Destroyer. No, it's actually Andy, but a little bit of fire here and there doesn't hurt anybody. Am I right? Andy, just don't do the mistake of peeking on too much on the same window. Grenade is armed. Destroyer also. 2 people, 1 grenade. Both. It seems that one almost. Almost. Destroyer leaving his pistol behind. I mean, it seems like it's the Makarov, so it's okay. Makarov's not very. Destroyer, keep your right hand up as Axis takes down Destroyer and Drunkens takes down Andy Butt. Now the way is clear for the east approach. Leaving only Jason, Wake, and Mr. Buddy on the uplink. We still have Sagmas, Torvanator, and Pulse Chaos. The Chaos of Pulse on the rise. Pulse Chaos is such a gamer name, you know. Pulse Chaos Nightfire of Doom. Damn, I'm cool. Sorry. Yeah, Pulse Chaos seems to be pretty skilled so far too, so yeah. Grenade is flying, Mr. Buddy is on. Oh, the grenade takes down Mr. Buddy directly. This is so far a very impressive approach by the Gamefist. Smoke's now coming in. Oh, Wake taken down by Drunkings. Jason taking down the last of the newbies and winning the 3rd round. Woo! Winning howl. Let's take a look at the stabs real close here before they disappear. 7 for exit and they're gone. Pretty good so far, I'd say. Nicely done by all participants, and I thank you all for watching and playing. If you have fun so far, I hope you make sure everybody knows how fun it is to watch and play the league and join as fast as I can. I would definitely be in some giveaways. Yeah, so that's the word. I definitely would be in for some giveaways of gear so we can have more players. That's all I want. Okay, thank you all for watching. This is Shedding Parrot having his 23rd birthday tonight, getting old as, and I can't even drink. How bad is that? What I'm gonna do? I'm not even celebrating. My grandma got me 100 euros, which is very nice. I could afford now a new monitor stand from Apple. No, just kidding. A new free monitor, free float stand, you know, like Visa, where you hang your monitors, is because I need the space. I'm very big. In character, of course. Thank you all for watching. This is Shedding Parrot, and make sure to hit vrmastersleague.com for the new cast that is coming in. I thank you all for watching. This was Shedding Parrot. Good night.